What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pompey, aka Mr. Yep. Coming at you with just a little video. This is something that came to me today through a conversation with a beautiful queen that I had this morning. So I decided to share it with you all because as a music producer and also somebody who is following my dreams and aspirations and goals and my purpose, it was a very important lesson that I gained through explaining something to her or giving her another perspective of her situation. So she was expressing to me that she was having some issues with clarity as far as where she was at this particular moment in time. For whatever reasons, it was nothing super serious. But she's the type of person that likes to understand things and wants to know why. So we were talking, and I happened to walk outside, and I was like, man, it feels good out here. It really feels good. And she was like, no, it doesn't feel good. It's only 40-something degrees. Now, mind you, kind of a few details. We're both cold nature. Like, both of us really don't like cold like that. So when I stepped outside, I was like, yo, it feels good out here. And she was like, no, it doesn't feel good. It's like 40-something degrees outside. And I was like, man, if this is 40-something degrees, like, I can wing with this. Because to me, it feels kind of warm. Just enough humidity. Good. So, I walked back inside as I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I walked back inside, and she said, she got back on the subject of clarity. And I was like, yeah, she was like, this weather, man. It was just like, I don't like it. I just don't like the way it looks. When you look outside, I was like, it looks foggy, doesn't it? She was like, yeah. I said, it looks real groggy and unclear, doesn't it? She was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I said, you don't necessarily like this weather. She was like, nah, I really don't. And she caught on where I was going. But what I told her was that sometimes you need to look at things in a different light. You're looking for clarity because what you're seeing is fog. You're seeing the grogginess. You're seeing how things aren't there. But instead of looking to fix or always trying to think that something's wrong, trying to fix it, you need to step back and look at it as actually being part of the whole. It's not something that needs fixing. It's not necessarily something that you have to do something about. Sometimes as people, what we do, we end up looking at the low point of the journey or of the wave and vibration that we're on and not understanding or lose sight of the fact that in order for this low point to be here, there has to be a high point. And in order for the high point to be present, this low point has to be present as well. So you don't have to understand. People ask all the time, why these things happen to me? Why these things happen, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not for you to really try to figure out. What you have to do is step back and look at the entire picture. Look at the entire wave. Look at the entire vibration that you're on and understand that everything is in a cycle, like my boy Clutch says. Everything is a cycle. So you're going to have those down points. Don't focus on fixing the down point. Focus on how it is that you're going to get through it. Maintain who you are. Maintain your path towards your purpose. And you're going to come out of it every time. Don't lose focus. Don't try to fix it. Like people get in these rivers in life. And as long as, the river is peaceful, they go along with the current. But as soon as they get to the rapids, they're trying to find a way out. They're trying to go back. And what happens is you're fighting a current, you're expending more energy, and you end up in the rapids anyway. So don't worry about these the unclear points. Don't try to focus or understand why. Just understand that it is. Like, that's all the understanding that you need. Just understand that it is, and understand that you can create yourself in this moment. So I'm gonna tie this into what I was talking. Saying as a music producer. Kind of tie this in. Imagine if all these great music producers, artists, mixing engineers, audio engineers, at the low point that they were at, where they were interning and weren't getting any money, when the producers were sleeping in the studio and didn't have a place to stay, when the artists were out here spending their last dollar just to make it to a place so they can perform a gig, and not really knowing how they were going to get home or how they were going to eat that night. Imagine if they didn't follow through with their purpose and decided to go get some type of money in some other fashion or other way in order to quote unquote fix this low point that they're at. Just imagine that. Imagine if they did that every time they got to a low point. Then they wouldn't have done the things that they needed to do to push through to get to the level of success that they're at now. Don't succumb to your circumstances. Don't try to think that everything needs to be fixed. Don't try to think, what's going on, fellas? Don't try to think that everything needs some type of clarity. The sunshine is there because of the clouds that are not present. But if there were never any clouds, you would not know what it looks like for the sun to shine through them. So don't worry about the low point. Step back, look at the whole picture. Look at the whole vibration. Look at the whole wave. Just make sure that you're on the right wave that's in line with you and your purpose and your mission. All right? Let's be successful, y'all. Yup. Music production at its finest. Coming through. It's your boy Pompey. I got some stuff for y'all coming up. Stay tuned. Like I said, more videos. I'm going to start doing more videos like this, more motivational, inspirational things that pop into my mind. And the people around me in my circle, man. All right. Love all y'all. Yup.